Hello, everybody. It's been a long time. I guess it's been dang near a month since we've talked, and I put a video or whatever. And basically, all I'm going to tell you is what I've been doing. I know I haven't put a video out. Like I said, I think about a month. I know I've lost some subscribers. Sorry about that. Well, it is what it is. It's been rough around here lately. Uh, start off about month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. I don't know the exact time frame. Um, I took my son's best friend to a barrel race, and because our parents were busy, it was on a Tuesday, so we went up to Rose Palace, which is the other side of San Antonio, and come back, and we got about 10 miles from her place, and stopped at a stoplight, and I was on FM 78 in Old Seguin Road. And I act like y'all know where we're talking, but anyway. So I stopped at a stoplight. I got her. I think she got a 3-horse slant trailer, gooseneck, on my Dodge. So stop at the stoplight. Light turns green. I proceed to go through the intersection. Then I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. When I did, I slammed on my brakes. And when I slammed on my brakes, a lady come through there about 30, 35 miles an hour and took the front end of my truck off. Luckily, didn't hit my doors where my wife was sitting on the passenger side. Basically took the front end of the truck, the bumper and all that. It didn't look like bad damage, honestly. I drove the truck home. It took about 2 weeks to get. I wanted to use my insurance, which is Geico. That way I could start this process earlier. Hopefully I'd have my truck back by now. Well, they come up with some crap that since I have a flatbed and I use it for farm and ranch, I need to have commercial insurance, which that ended up being false. So I finally got a little rental truck about, I guess, 11, 12 days ago, whatever it was. And then they finally gave the okay. Well, now after further inspection on my truck, all my front suspension parts are bent. So that was another $5,300, and then my frame rails are bent. So that's another 16 hours on a frame machine. I don't know what that is. They're gonna put that supplemented in tomorrow because today's Labor Day. All right, so that's what happened with that. Well, Sunday a week ago, I have an older gentleman that I help out a lot. You know, he help him move some cows or whatever, and he's got longhorns, which it is what it is. He doesn't have a good pen system. His cows are kind of inbred. I haven't seen him sell cows for 5 or 6 years that I know of. So he got a lot of yearling bulls, and he got some bulls on his property. I've moved a couple out. This is the video I should have taken, but he called me during the week, and I didn't have a truck, so I told my son let me borrow his truck. He took the Escape. He took my wife's Escape to work because he can't drive the rental because he's not 22. Which I don't. What would have happened if that would have been his truck? You know, so can he not have a rental car if his truck has to go in a shop or something like that? But anyway, neither here nor there. So me and my wife, I guess Sunday a week ago, we go to load this bull. He's got a bull and a cow in the pen. There's basically no chutes. You got to run them in the trailer. I've loaded 2 others or 3 others, I think, for him, and I've had some hard times with it. My son keeps telling me I'm too old to do this and that, whatever. Anyway, so I get in a pen with this bull, and he's I don't know how old he is, but he's about 1,000 pounds. Got 18-inch horns, and I really don't remember what happened too much. I know I was trying to turn him get him into the trailer. He ended up attacking me. He charged me. I kind of turned to the left. His horn caught my leg here, up here, ripped my jeans, brand new cinch jeans, $100 pair of jeans. Went from there. His horn went from here up down to my scrotum, along where your leg and your pelvis meet, that line right there. I got a 10-inch gash. I've got a 7-inch gash on one with about 20 or 30 stitches. And when he got me down, I don't know what happened. So I know I got another 10-inch gash along my thigh here, which has got one continuous stitch. For some reason it was too wide, too deep, I don't know. They had to just do a continuous stitch. So I've got another 30 or 40 stitches. I don't know how many stitches I've got. I got a puncture wound in my waist. So DK Mac, if you're watching, that's why I haven't made it to the coast. I know we were talking, I left you a comment on your video yesterday. Like I said, another great video on your fishing. But that's why I haven't made it. I'm full of stitches and I got a puncture wound right there. So I can tell you this, I was on the ground, he was down on me like this, and when I felt that horn go in my waist here, I don't know, I remember yelling. My wife says I was yelling for her to stay out of the pen. The older gentleman, I saw him, I guess I was yelling for him to stay back also, you know. So he stayed back. All I can tell you is the bull was he was sticking his horn in me, and I guess I had so much adrenaline, whatever it is, I pushed his head back. So I've always heard that when you're fighting for your life, you get so much strength you don't know you have. So that's the only thing I can say. I don't remember how I got out of the pen. My wife said the bull went over the top of me. She said that I crawled out of the pen. Did I? I don't know. I do remember because like I said, this place doesn't have a chute, so it has probably a 12-foot, 14-foot gate, whatever. So I backed the trailer up with the left side where I can have the whole full gate open. So the left side sitting on a post over here. This gate blocked the other. So I remember pulling that gate, getting out, standing up, and when I stood up, I was holding on to the trailer. Like I said, my jeans was tore, and I'll see if I can put a picture in there. I can't put a picture of the wounds. So I remember her opening or pulling my jeans apart, and she's saying, "Oh my God, it's bad." At that time, I don't know if I laid down or if I fell down, but I remember I started puking. I guess I had so much adrenaline it made me sick. So they were yelling they wanted EMS or whatever. I said no. I stood up. The gentleman was trying to close the gate, so I had my wife jump in the truck. She doesn't pull trailers. She pulled my son David's truck up with my gooseneck, and I went and helped him close the gate. Told him to stay out of the pen. I got in the passenger side of the truck. Again, we pulled that 24. I'll tell you what I got now. I sold that other 32 and all that. But anyway, I got another 24 like I had a couple years ago. And got in the truck. She was starting to pull out of the ranch, and I had to tell her to stop so I could puke again. I puked 3 times on the way out. I can't say I was scared. I don't know. I thank God that I'm here. And I can't say it's the funny thing, but that Sunday morning, I told my wife I had a dream Saturday night. I had a dream that bull killed me, and I guess it wasn't my time to go. Anyway, so we go to the minor emergency room in Lavernia. Walked in there because she had to go park the truck and trailer. Told them what happened. Pulled my pants down. Took my hand. I only had 2 pieces of blood on ripped underwear. I was worried about that artery, so I didn't want to open it up. I know there's an artery somewhere in your leg, and I was worried about that artery. I mean, evidently, if that artery would have been cut or something, I guess my leg would have been full of blood, and I probably wouldn't have had a chance at this. But so I pulled my pants down. They did it. They looked at it. It had so much dirt. It was mud. It was caked up in there, and it was clogging it. Like I guess I don't know how they call that. I don't know what they call that, but it was clogging it, so it wasn't really bleeding. But I got stitches for about an hour and a half. Sunday, I I hurt Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I went to work Monday morning, worked a little bit. I had some things to do. Bled. I was bleeding for 3 days. I've still got a little seepage now. Got about 3-4 inch gash that's left there. Everything else is healing fine. So I got some seepage, but I don't know. So that's what I just want to tell you where I've been. You know, people want to unsubscribe, that's fine. You know, I'll get back to doing some kind of videos. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I should have took a video of that one, but probably could have made freaking internet famous or something, or got to 1,000 subscribers or whatever, but I didn't. So anyway, that's where I've been. That's what's happening. My wife took great care of me. She did. You know, checked on me all nights. You know, every night. And then here a couple of days ago, she was making me some Chinese burritos for dinner, and I don't know what happened. She burned herself she hit something with her tongs or something on the hot oil. She uses a pot. She doesn't use a deep fryer. We don't have a deep fryer. So she hit tongs, and she's got second-degree burns all over her chest, her arm, her hand, her underarm. So she's not feeling very well either. So I don't know. It's been rough. It's been hard for us this last month. But anyway, that's what's going on. We'll get back to making some videos. Hopefully, I don't know what we're gonna make about, because we've been in drought conditions here still. I did do some hay before I got hurt. I just didn't want to keep throwing hay videos. I mean, it's like the same old thing, same old, you know, same boring stuff. So I don't know what to do. I'm kind of halfway just thinking about shutting the channel down, you know, and just not worrying about it anymore. It's a lot of work to do these videos and stuff, and it's like I can't get nowhere. And like I said, I'm not trying to be YouTube. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money on it, but I just don't know if I want to do this anymore. So maybe we'll make some more, maybe we won't. I don't know. If I don't, hope y'all the best, and you know, if not, maybe we'll see you on the next one. I don't know. Y'all have a good one. All right, bye.